talked to SEC State, the bottom teams, the worst teams from down. So you don't move down. Look at our team here. Our quarterback is Mr. Ford Hager, junior. See how he does. You know, we have a junior, sophomore, freshman. We're starting really good. We're half a start. So we're starting out really small.
Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGirt Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a squad from the American, the UMass Minutemen. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hilltoppers offense will take the field first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you're leaving Jesse going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Buys a little time with his feet. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. And the Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. possession. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
To the air on first down. Quarterback extends the play.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
The play action fake. Wide open downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
UMass quickly back to the line. Let's talk for just a second about UMass. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
Looking for a man. It's Harvin. Pressure coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Under fire. There he goes. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Topper! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. UMass quickly back to the line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass.
This is not fucking downloading. Sorry. I had something not downloaded.
For this offense.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Makes the grab over the middle. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Connor. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. UMass now faces a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. UMass will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Harvin. Unloads to the wide out. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The UMass offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side.
There we go. Nice pick, guys.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Hilltoppers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll move the wide receiver to the air on 2nd down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give.
Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Minutemen.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Western Kentucky, 7.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the run, it's Callaway. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Harvin. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Bring in the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will? Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive.
Sneaks it in.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Rutgers is going to walk off the field there in Piscataway with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's up to 57 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's going to let it go. Grabs it inside the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Touchdown, Minutemen! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Hilltoppers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Peppers. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. UMass quickly back to the line. To the ground and try to move the chains. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. UMass will line up to punt it away. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Harvin. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. A strike downfield. Touchdown Hilltoppers. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they'll make big plays.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The UMass offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The offense in hurry-up mode. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. UMass to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. UMass will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air, it's Harvin. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And that is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. This time it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. UMass quickly back to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run play action. Under fire. Moving out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. Motion from the back. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Got him downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UMass.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Marshall looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week playing golf instead of in the film room. They're trailing by 18 to Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
Back-to-back